Memoir new version but old bomb. Harry's tell-all book end on Queen's funeral with nastier stories. Prince Harry's book is set to rock the royal family, causing issues for King Charles III. Prince Harry was said to have shown a temporary truce between Prince William and Kate Middleton outside Windsor Castle hours after Queen Elizabeth II's death. Now, royal expert Katie Nicholl has described that Buckingham Palace is growing concerned as to what will be said. Royal author Tom Bower, who wrote the dramatically titled book Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors, tells Page Six that Harry's upcoming memoir is a time bomb that has the royals hugely nervous. Prince Harry's memoir was originally going to drop this fall in time for the holiday sales, but it's now being pushed back to 2023. Tom Bower says the target publication date is currently Easter, and the book is expected to include a chapter on the Queen's funeral and material about how they were snubbed. And while there have been reports that Harry is hoping to edit the memoir in the wake of his grandmother Queen Elizabeth II's passing, apparently Bower says it's not possible at this point in the publication process. I think that everybody knows that the Sussexes can't amend the book in any way, he explains. Can they make it nastier? Because otherwise, we wouldn't get sales. For best-selling author Jeffrey Archer, who is a pal of Princess Diana, says Prince Harry is writing a new chapter for his much-anticipated memoirs that will be all about his grandmother's death and the events leading up to her funeral. Lord Jeffrey Archer has said he is dreading the publication of Prince Harry's memoirs because the significant money publisher Penguin Random House paid for it suggests it has to contain something bad. I'm very sad, the peer laments. I fear for the book. I know they're writing the chapter on the funeral, so I suppose that's what the book will end on. Friends of the Duke of Sussex said he had been left devastated by perceived snubs while he was here at the time of the Queen's funeral. We may not have to wait long before we hear his own version of events. The royal autobiography was due to be published this autumn, but the Mail on Sunday revealed last month that Harry had launched an 11th-hour bid to alter it amid fears that it would be seen as insensitive after the Queen's death. He was said to be desperate to make significant changes after witnessing the public outpouring of support for the royal family. Lord Archer said, "There is so much we do not know. What goes on behind closed walls we do not know. And some people enjoy inventing stories, making stories, something bad is going on. I fear something might have been mentioned, which is the book." In the wake of the Queen's death, it was claimed that Harry was toning down parts of the book, with some demanding it to be axed completely. Vanity Fair's royal editor Katie Nicholl joined GB News presenter Michael Portillo, where she expressed there was no chance of that happening when discussing the book being axed. She explained, "I think it will come out. I mean, my experience of books is that he's been paid something like a £35 million advance, half of which has already been paid. We know from the things that Harry and Meghan have said in Oprah Winfrey and in other interviews that they're not afraid to criticize the institution. They're not afraid to have a pop at members of the royal family. That Oprah interview put the royals at the center of a really controversial storm over all those allegations of racism. On the other hand, a royal photographer has said Prince Harry may end up dropping his book deal after coming together with the royal family for Queen Elizabeth II's state funeral. In a recent interview with GB News, royal photographer Ian Lloyd talked about Harry and his yet-to-be-released memoir. Anne Diamond, who joined the conversation, admitted that Penguin would want some edgy newsworthy stuff. She also said that it would be a cost to the royal family.